The Boston Celtics have acquired Josh Richardson from the Dallas Mavericks. We do not yet know the return that is going back to Dallas, but we do know that Josh Richardson is going to be a member of the Boston Celtics next season. He is opting into his player option worth $11.6 million, and he slides in right into their trade exception. So from a salary standpoint, they have no problem being able to acquire him here, regardless of what is going to be sent back. We don't know that yet, but hopefully we know that soon, and I will be sure to make a video on that tomorrow when we do get that update. And so how does Josh Richardson fit into Boston? Well, assuming that they're trading away one of their young players, whether that be Romeo Langford or Carson Edwards or one of those younger guys at a pick or something of that combination, and not Tatum or Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart, most obviously, then this is a good trade. I think it gives them a nice little shooting guard. A shooting guard is something they need. It indicates that they might not have much interest in retaining Evan Fournier, or Evan Fournier doesn't want to come back, because that would have been Evan Fournier's role. He would have been that shooting guard, but it gives them a much more improved defensive player than Evan Fournier would have been. I think this allows them to work a lot more closely and better direction for getting a better defensive team like they were a couple of years ago. They have Jaylen Brown now, who's a very good defensive player. Marcus Smart's still there. Josh Richardson is a much, much better defensive player than Evan Fournier. And this team's problem is not scoring. They have Jason Tatum. They have Jaylen Brown. They have the scorers. Now, if they can have another third guy who can kind of be a bit more of a primary scorer like an Evan Fournier, that would be great. But Josh Richardson can still score a bit. Marcus Smart can hit your corner threes. Al Horford can do a bit. Robert Williams can do a bit as far as your putbacks and offensive rebounds and that type of thing. And so I think the main thing is getting this defense back up, getting the ball movement back up, the player movement back up. And I think Josh Richardson does a great deal of doing that. He's going to put in that hard work, put in that defensive work. Marcus Smart and Josh Richardson at the 1 and the 2 is going to be one of the best defensive backcourts in the league. And I think that's what they get here. It's going to be very valuable. Now, whether he stays past this 1 year at $11.6 million remains to be seen. But hopefully he can improve his offense. This is now his third team in 3 years. 76ers. And then, of course, last year with Dallas and now with Boston. And offense has been the problem. He's shown really good flashes as a bit of a combo guard / point forward with Miami Heat. And he just hasn't lived up to that ever. He was averaging over 16 points a game with some good assists and playmaking numbers in Miami. And he just hasn't gotten back to that. But he's still a very good defensive guard. He can still put up 10, 12 a night. I think he can do very well for this Boston team. I think it's a good fit. I think it improves their defense a lot. My thoughts on how this trade really is will probably be shifted a little bit once we know the return of this trade. But that is my thoughts right now with Josh Richardson on the Boston Celtics. Let me know what you guys think down below. A very busy day for Brad Stevens today as he's settling in the front office. He's already traded Kemba Walker this offseason. He now flipped Tristan Thompson, getting rid of that salary. And he pretty much brings in an equivalent salary in the likes of Josh Richardson, bringing him in under the trade exception. It's been a good move from moves from Boston for me today, in my opinion. They brought in Chris Dunn to be a backup point guard. They brought in Josh Richardson. I think they've really solidified their depth at the point guard position, at the guard position today. Whether they bring back Evan Fournier or not remains to be seen. This move indicates that they probably won't, but I think they're in a very good spot either way and starting to add a bit more depth to this team that definitely needs some depth. That being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new, as I will be continuing to update you guys on all of the drafts, post-draft stuff that I feel, and I'll be giving my thoughts on some of the draft stuff, as well as all of the trades that continue to go on over the next few days, and all of the free agency stuff that is only a few days away. That being said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one.